Hi guys, so welcome to my vlog. Time check guys kay 2 o'clock in the morning. So kadlawon ron siya. Tiwas na to og magtiwas og tuon guys no kay um, exam lagi na to karong Sabado pre-finals. Nga po kay natulog na ato ang pares og ang atong anak, so maka proceed ta kay ganiha gabi nagsulay ta taog kanang ba tuon pero na-interrupt ta kay isamok ta sa anak. So gitagaan nigibuy lang pud ta kay naginahanglan po itong anak ko kanang attention. Okay, so kinahanglan po na siya niya siyang development. So nigibuhi ta sa tong tuon, so itatag paagi. So, karon is 2 o'clock yan ha, 2:30 okay, 2:30. So nahuman ako gabi sa section 12. Then proceed ito sa section 13 of the 1987 Article 6 or 1987 Constitution para mahuman na ta until mahuman na to ang kaning Article 6. Okay, let's start guys. Okay, Section 13. No senator, so andamon po na to ato ang notes there guys para isuwat lang nato dito ba no, ano mga importante nga details para din ato malintan no, basig pungtana yan professor. No senator or member of the House of Representatives may hold any other office or employment in the government or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including government-owned or controlled corporations or their subsidiaries during his term without forfeiting his seat. Neither shall he be appointed to any office which may have been created or the emoluments thereof increased during the term of which he was elected. So dili siya pwede guys nga naa siya ilaing posisyon gawas sa pagka senador or pagka congressman no? Pagka house representative, especially kung ang kana nga agency kay is a government agency or kaya lang gid na siya igibuhi guys no, na siya igibuhi. Then especially pod kanang appointed to any office which he may have been created, so which may have been created, so kanang agency nga gibuhat during his term, then or kanang agency nga ang sweldo gipadak-an no, during his or her term. Okay, so nana siya ako sabot. So no, section 13. So let's proceed to section 14 guys no. No senator or member of the House of Representatives may personally appear as counsel before any court of justice or before the electoral tribunals or quasi-judicial or other administrative bodies. Neither shall he directly or indirectly be interested financially in any contract with or any franchise or special privilege granted by the government or any subdivision, agency, or instrumentality thereof, including any government-owned or controlled corporation or its subsidiary during his term of office. He shall not intervene in any matter before any office of the government for his pecuniary benefit or where he may be called upon to act on account of his office. So o senator, so dili siya pwede mga bugar, guys, no? Siya pwede mga bugar, di siya pwede mga as counsel, di siya pwede ma-appear as counsel to any court. Di siya pwede kung abogado siya, siguro abogado siya, no? Di siya pwede, no? Or directly or indirectly, so be interested in any contract. So kung may mga kontrata na nasa gobyerno or any franchise or special privileges granted by the government, dili siya directly or indirectly, di siya pwede ana, including any government. Okay, he shall not intervene in any matter before any office of the government for his pecuniary benefit or where he may be called upon to act on account of his office. So kanang ganito na iyang opisina para mag-intervene o kuan kanang, so sayop din na siya kanang ingon guys, no? Kanang gamito na to ang congressman, guys, no? Gamito na siyang congressman kay para makakuha ta og mga privileges sa mga ahensya sa gobyerno, kanang ingon ka ingon mo to si congressman na, or ideal day kanang kung ang congressman kay maadto ka sa kuan, gamito nimo yung gahom ba or influence sa congressman kay maadto ka sa makuha kang mga privileges, special treatment sa usa ka ahensya sa gobyerno. Siguro na, guys. Okay. So 15, the Congress shall convene once every year. The Congress shall convene once every year on the fourth Monday of July for its regular session. No? Fourth Monday of July. Section 5. Section 15. Fourth Monday. Fourth Monday, July. Ay, okay, naman din siya ikuan ka ng fixed by law. Fourth Monday of July for its regular session unless a different date is fixed by law and shall continue to be in session for such number of days as it may determine until 30 days before the opening of its next regular session. Okay. Exclusive on Saturdays and Sundays and legal holidays. The President may call a special session at any time. So, na power ang... So, the Congress shall convene once every year. So, mag-convene sila. So, kung yun gani nga, Congress, kung mag-convene siya, so it means na ay ang upper house or ang Senate o ang House of Representative mag-convene sila, no, mag-ipon sila para convene of Congress. So not absolute. Not absolute. So ang lower house ug ang upper house kay mag-convene sila, no, every once every year. So kausara sa katuig. Then the President may call a special session at any time. So pwede makatawag ang President og special session of the Congress anytime. Section 16, the Senate shall elect its President and the House of Representative its Speaker. So kung Senate ang leader nila kay President, ilan ang i-elect. Then, sa House of Representative, mag-elect sila Speaker. Okay? By a majority vote of all its respective members, each house shall choose such other officers as it may deem necessary. A majority of its house shall constitute, so a majority of its house shall constitute a quorum to do business. but a smaller number may adjourn. Okay. The majority of each house shall constitute a quorum to do business. So, majority. But a smaller number may adjourn from day to day and may compel the attendance. Okay, but a smaller number may adjourn from day to day and may compel the attendance of absent members in such manner and under such penalties as the house may provide. Okay? So, magkuhan sila kanang majority with hinahanglan majority aron makakurom sila. Kung gamay ra sila, no? Hindi sila majority. So, siyempre, pwede sila mag-adjourn. Then, pwede po nila ikuan katong si mga katong dili manunga, pwede na nila i-compel, no? Pugson aron mo attend. Nana siya. So, pero only the house, no? Only the house can compel. Okay. Each house may determine the rules of its proceedings. So, sila may mag-determine silang proceedings, guys. So, ang Senate na sila ay rules of proceedings, then ang lower house kay naapod sila rules of proceedings. So, each house may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior. So, i-punish, so mo na siya nahitabo katong sa Negros, no? Ngaran na to. And with the concurrence of 2/3 of all its members, suspend or expel a member. Okay, so each house may determine the rules of its proceedings, punish its members for disorderly behavior, and with concurrence of 2/3 of all its members, suspend or expel a member. So, each house of the Congress will have their own own power to expel or suspend a member, no? With the concurrence of 2/3 of all the members. Punish its members for behavior. A penalty of suspension when imposed shall not exceed 60 days. So, naalan siya ka ng qualifying, guys, no? Naalan siya ka ng controlling provision. Kay kung masuspend ang usa ka member sa house, that is only for 60 days ang suspension. Each house shall keep a journal of its proceedings, and from time to time publish the same. So, each house shall keep a journal of its proceedings, and from time to time publish the same, exempting such parts as may, in its judgment, affect national security, and the yes and nays on any question shall, at the request of the 1/5 of the members present, be entered into journal. Its house shall also keep a record of its proceedings. So, ano importante man nga, so importante kini ang record, guys, no? Ang record sa proceedings sa each house of the Congress is because this journal or record, no? Journal or record of the house proceedings kay kung ano siya, it can be used as evidence in court. So, magamit ni siya. So, naa siya nato'y kaso before nga na-mention ang professor na mo nga it's a case from US I think, no? Nga nagamit niya, it's about opium, no? Nagamit ang house records or journal para in a court proceeding. So nag-base ang decision sa korte sa sa journal, no, journal sa house sa Congress. Okay? Neither house during the sessions of the Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days. Neither house during the session of the Congress shall, without the consent of the other, adjourn for more than 3 days. Not to any other place than that in which the two houses shall be sitting. Okay, so kung mag-adjourn for more than 3 days ang usa ka house, no, kinahanglan siya og kanang consent from the other house. So kung ana sila ka kuan ang duha ka house, kung ana siya kanang kanang dikit, no? Asa siya kadikit kay kung dili pwede nga kung ang House of Representative yun sila gikapoy naman ta then magkwanta ka ng mag-adjourn sa tag 5 ka adlaw, so dili siya pwede, need siya consent of the other. Okay, then dili pa pwede nga nor to any place, so dili siya pwede nga kanang adto para sa mo sa iski sa una nga mag-meeting me kay pwede ra mi adto sa kuan, nagsinabot mi nga adto mi sa barangay hall sa lain nga barangay. So kani kay dili siya pwede, no, adto ra gid sa house, no, adto sa house kung diin siya nabilong adto ra gid ang ilahang session. Section 17. The Senate and the House of Representatives shall each have an electoral tribunal. Okay, so the Senate, section 17 siya guys ha. The Senate and the House of Representatives shall each have an electoral tribunal which shall be the sole judge of all contests relating the election returns and qualifications of their respective members. So mao ni siya, no? So the Senate and the House of Representatives shall each have an electoral tribunal. So mag-create gid sila og electoral tribunal. Kay ang gamit aning electoral tribunal mao ni siya ang the sole judge of all contests relating to the election returns and qualifications of the respective members. So each electoral tribunal shall be composed of 9 members. So ang electoral so we have the section 17. So section 17, so electoral tribunals, there should be 9 members, no? 9 members. Each electoral tribunal shall be composed of 9 members. 3 from whom shall be justices of the Supreme Court to be designated by the Chief Justice, and the remaining 6 shall be members of the Senate or the House of Representatives, as the case may be, who shall be chosen on the basis of proportional representation from the political parties and the parties or organizations registered under the party list system represented therein. The senior justice in the electoral tribunal shall be its chairman. Okay. So bali una na siya guys, no? Ang each house of Congress kay magbuhat sila og electoral tribunal. Ang gamit aning electoral tribunal kay this is the sole judge for any contest regarding the election, returns and disqualification or disqualification cases or qualification of their members. Okay? Kani nga electoral tribunals kay it composed of 9 members, no? 9 members. 9 members, then ang 9 members, then 6 from ang 6 kay from each house, no? For example, 6 from the Senate, then kay ang Senate mabuhat po sila ilaha nga tribunal, then ang House of Representatives mabuhat po sa ilaha, so madepende siya. So 6 from either 6 from the Senate and 6 from the House of Representatives. Okay, 6 from each house, so 6 from each house, then and 3 justice of from the Supreme Court. 6 from each house and 3 justices from the Supreme Court. Okay, then the senior, so the senior justice from the Supreme Court will be the chairman of the electoral tribunal. Okay, so na siya. So ang ano ni siya guys kay okay, so arita sa pangutana kung unsaon pagpili, no? Kay importante kini ang electoral tribunal. So unsaon niya pagpili? So ang katong mga three judges from the Supreme Court that is appointed by the Chief Justice, while ang katong kuan kanang ang sa atong unong kabok sa Congress kay it is according to kay they are chosen on the basis of proportional representation from political parties. So from political parties and the parties or organization registered under the party list system. So diri mosulod ang mga political party lakas CMD, PDP Laban. So mo na siya ang hitabo guys, no, kay kinsay presidente o kinsay presidente o kinsay partido sa presidente, daghan kaayo nga mga ambak sa gikan sa laing partido or na mga koalisyon, no, kuan sila kanang mag-merge sila. So lakas si MD, unsa pa to, katong kang Binay, no, nana siya. Liberal Party, mo na siya, Nationalista Party, na siya, mo na siya pinaka-importante. Diri makita ang unsa asa ka na bilong nga political party, no? Kay kung naamoy wala mauyoni nga congressman, pwede man ninyo diri ikuan, no, i-question ang iyang qualification. So unsa ganitong mga qualification guys, no, sa congressman, so let's say sa House of Representatives. So he should be a natural born citizen. He should be able to read and write. So namon to namon to 5, no, 5. So he should be able to read and write. Then ikatulo kay he should be a registered voter, no, a registered voter on that district nga gusto siya magpapili, no, with exemption sa mga party list, no. Okay, so sa kuan another one kay he should be 25 years old on the day of election. And next kay he should be a resident of that district for 1 year, okay, prior to the election. Muna siya. While sa congressman pod kay ay kanang while sa senador kay siyempre he should be a natural born citizen, okay, then he is able to read and write. Then 6 kay he should be natural born citizen, able to read and write, 35 years old prior to the election. Then a resident of the Philippines, 2 years, 2 years of the president of 2 years siya nga residente sa Pilipinas before the election, o kuan siya kanang registered voter, okay, the registered voter wala siya senador. Sa party list ang lain po siya ang kuan sa klase sa party list kay ang party list does not need to be a registered voter in the district nga magpapili, no nga naman. It's because the party list will be elected nationwide, okay, nationwide man siya, so di na sa kinahanglan magpa-residente sa ka-district or registered in a district. Only the district representative, congressional district. Okay, so proceed ta, section 18. There shall be a commission on appointments consisting of the President of the Senate as an ex-officio chairman, 12 senators, and 12 members of the House of Representatives, elected by each house on the basis of proportional representation from the political parties and parties of organizations registered under the party list system represented therein. The chairman of the commission commission shall not vote except in case of a tie. The commission shall act on all appointments submitted to it with 30 session days. Within 30 session days of the Congress from their submission. The commission shall act on all. So the chairman of the commission shall not vote except in case of tie. The commission shall act on all appointments submitted to it within 30 session days of the Congress from their submission. The commission shall rule by majority vote of all the members. So ang gamit aning unsa maning commission appointments. So mao ni siya ang kuan guys, mao ni siya ang mo-approve sa mga appointees sa presidente, no? For example, kanang mga cabinet secretaries, kanang mga new generals, kung ana ilan ni siyang i-approvean, no? Approvean ni sa commission on appointments, no? Then so na siya so dato guys, no? So na siya section 18 para dili na to makalimtan guys ba. Okay, section 18, commission appointments. So establishment of commission on appointments. So consisting of the President of the Senate as an officio. So consisting of the President of the Senate as an ex officio chairman. Okay, so consisting of the President of the Senate as an ex officio chairman, then 12 senator plus 12 senators plus 12 pod nga House district rep- House representatives. So 12, so bali 12, 12, 24, 25 sila katanan, 25 sila tanan, including sa chairman nga Senate President or the ex-officio chairman. Karon kay ang rules nila, no, elected by each house on the basis of proportional representation for political parties and parties organization registered under the party list system represented therein. So again, just like sa katong electoral tribunal, no, ang pag-select sa mga tao o sa mga senador or sa mga district representative is based on proportional representation, no, based on proportional representation sa usa ka sa political party, no, sa political party. So importante kay ang political party gid, no, sa mga politiko, no, mo pailalom ka sa mga politiko sa usa sa mga party list system represented, okay, sa mga representative sa mga party list, no. So dapat pailalom ta nila sa usa ka partido kay during at this time the creation of electoral tribunals, which is the sole judge of all contest relating to the election returns and qualification of its members, while in the commission appointments, so naa siya mo approve, the approving authority of all the appointments the president in the executive branch. So mao na siya. So need siya og ang selection ani nila, the selection is based on the selection is based on the proportional representation of all political parties and the party list system representative. So mao na siya, guys, no. Dayon ang the chairman which is an ex officio member, which is an ex officio chairman, as a Senate President, his role is just to break the tie, in case there is a tie. Okay, so ngano man siya nga, so na-question anino ngano man siya nga, why what is the rationale nga ang Senate President man, not the Speaker of the House. Okay, so mao na siya, not the Speaker of the House. Okay, so na siya. Ato na ipangutanas tong kuan, guys, ato na siya ipangutanas sa tong professor, no? There must be a reason why. Okay, so the Senate, so the Senate President is the ex officio chairman of the Commission on Appointments, which is composed of 12 which is composed of 25, including the chairman, which 12 came from the Senate and 12 came from the House of Representatives, which is chosen in the basis of proportional representation of the different political parties and members of, or the party list system representatives. Then the commission shall act on appointments submitted. So the commission shall act on all appointments submitted to it within 30 session days. So dapat 30 days should act within 30 session days of all submitted appointment. So kuan kini siya, guys, powerful kini commission appointments, kay pwede niya dili aproban ang appointment sa presidente. Okay man na siya, no? So every the commission appointments will act on the different shall act on different submitted appointments within 30 session days. Okay. The commission shall rule by majority vote of the members. So, majority lang yapon, no? Section 19. The electoral tribunals and the commission on appointments shall be constituted within 30 days after the Senate and the House of Representatives shall have been organized with the election of the President and the Speaker. The commission on appointments shall meet only while the Congress is in session. The commission on appointments shall meet only while the Congress is in session. And the call of its chairman or the majority of all its members to discharge such powers and functions as are herein conferred upon it. Okay, so ang pangutana ani when will the electoral tribunals and the commission on appointments shall be constituted. So section 19. So the constituted the constitution of electoral tribunals and commission on appointments, commission appointments shall be within. So within the commission within 30 days. So 30 days after the Senate and House of Representatives shall have been organized. So after the 30 days after the Congress is organized. Kano sa man ta makaingon nga organize siya. So kano sa man ta makaingon nga organize siya, guys, no? With the organize. So organize. So with the kano sa man ta organize siya when both houses already elect, when the election of leaders refers to the Senate President and the Speaker of the House. Okay, organized with the election of leaders in both houses. So diya makadetermine kung itong organized na siya, no? Kung nanay leader ang both houses. So the commission on appointments shall meet only while the Congress is in session. So kung wala na session ng Congress, so di na siya pwede meet. And all its chairman or majority of all its members to discharge such powers and functions are conferred upon it. Section 20. The records and books of accounts of the Congress shall be preserved. So the records in books of accounts of the Congress shall be preserved and be open to public in accordance with law. And such books shall be audited by the Commission on Audit, which shall publish annually an itemized list of amounts paid to and expenses incurred for its member. So we all know, guys, no? We all know that there are those aning three branches of the government, no? Three main branches of the government. We have what we call the Constitutional Commission. So we have the Commission on Audit. We have the Commission on Audit. We have the Commission on Election. And ano sa itong usa? Commission on Audit, Commission on Election, o ang I think ombudsman. Okay? Ombudsman na siguro. Search na to na siya guys. Search na to kay maapiki niya ta, no? Maapiki niya ta diha dapita. Para masubad ang problema. Kausara ba? Okay. Walay ChatGPT. ChatGPT lang ni malakas. Bing na guys, no? Mga tanat ni Bing. Okay. Okay, so what are the different constitutional commissions? So the different constitutional commissions enumerated in the Constitution are Civil Service Commission, Civil Service Commission, with the Commission on Elections, and the Commission on Audit. Okay? So, tulo na kamo. Commission on Human Rights, o na pa Commission on Human Rights. Upat kamo guys. So, upat ka ba dahil ka Constitutional Commission, Commission on Human Rights, Commission on Audit, wala labot ang ombudsman. Okay, wait sa isa. Okay. Balik ta. Okay, so saan ta dapat? Okay. So Section 20, the records and books of accounts of the Congress shall be preserved and be open to public in accordance with law, and such books shall be audited by the Commission on Audit, which shall publish annually the itemized list of amounts paid to and expenses incurred for its member. Section 21. The Senate or the House of Representatives or any of its respective committees may conduct inquiries in aid of legislation. So, Section 21, okay? The Senate and House of Representatives or any of its respective committees may conduct inquiries in aid of legislation in accordance with its duly published rules of procedure. Okay, so in accordance with its duly Publish rules of procedure. The rights of person appearing in or affected by such inquiry shall be respected. Okay. The Senate of the President, the Senate or the House of Representatives or any of its respective committees may conduct inquiries in aid of legislation in accordance with its duly published rules and procedure. The rights of the person appearing in or affected by such inquiries shall be respected. So, in aid of legislation. Okay. 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 The heads of departments may, upon their own initiative, with the consent of the president or upon the request of either house, the heads of the departments may, upon their own initiative, with the consent of the president or upon the request of either house, as the rules of each house shall provide, appear before and be heard by such house on any matter pertaining to their departments. Written questions shall be submitted to the President of the Senate. Written questions shall be submitted to the President of the Senate or the Speaker of the House of Representatives at least 3 days before their scheduled appearance. Interpellations shall not be limited to written questions. But may cover matters related thereto. When the security of the state or the public interest so requires, and the President so states in writing, the appearance shall be conducted in executive session. Okay, so with the consent of the President. So, ano ni siya guys, no? Pwede siya mo, so, ang Congress na siya ay power to conduct inquiries in aid of legislation. Okay? So, in aid of legislation. Then, mo follow siya in accordance with its duly published rules of procedure. So, the rights of persons appearing or affected by such inquiries shall be respected. So, ilan ang i-respect. Section 22. So, the heads of departments may, upon their own initiative. Okay. So, the head of departments may, upon their own initiative, with the consent of the President or upon the request of either house, as the rules of each house shall provide, appear before and be heard by such house on any matter pertaining to their departments with the consent of the President. So, kung dili, wala, without the consent of the President, so wala na mahimo. So, written questions shall be submitted to the President of the Senate, or the Speaker of the House of Representatives for at least 3 days before their scheduled appearance. Interpellation shall not be limited to written questions, but may cover to matters related to. When the security of the state or the public interest so requires, and the President so states in writing, the appearance shall be conducted in executive session. Okay, so executive session. So that is when there is a national security issue, no? O national security issue o public interest requires, the President pwede siya mo musulti sa Congress nga let's do this in executive session. So in executive session, that is a closed door meeting, no? Closed door meeting. So so the heads of the department may, upon their own initiative, with the consent of the President. So kung di mo sugot ng President, wala na mahimo, no? So nahitabo ni siya mga kuan during the president during the term of President Rodrigo Duterte o sa panahon po ni Gloria Arroyo. Ano siya? Section 23. The Congress, by a vote of 2/3 of both houses in joint session assembled, voting separately, shall have the sole power to declare the existence of state of war. Okay, so section 23. Declaration of the state of war. Declaration of the state of war. Okay. The Congress, by the vote of 2/3 of both houses, in joint 2/3 siya, no? 2/3 siya. 2/3. Congress, by vote of 2/3 of both houses in joint session assembled, voting separately, shall have the sole power to declare the existence of the state of war. So kay balo naman ta guys na nga upon the request of the president, pwede siya ang Congress pwede siya both houses of Congress pwede siya mag-convene. So at this time pwede siya mag-declare of existence of state of war. In times of war or other national emergency, the Congress may, in times of war or other national emergency, so kuan siya section 1 kani kito. Paragraph 1, paragraph 2. In times of war or other national emergency, the Congress may by law authorize the president for a limited period and subject to such restriction as it may prescribe to exercise powers necessary and proper to carry out a declaration of national policy, unless sooner withdrawn by resolution of the Congress. Such powers shall cease upon the next adjournment thereof. So wala giklaro siya diri guys sa kuan sa paragraph 2, no? In times of war or other national emergency, the Congress may by law authorize the president for a limited period of subject to such restriction as to the prescribed to exercise powers necessary and proper to carry out a declared national policy, unless sooner withdrawn by resolution of the Congress. Such powers shall cease upon the next adjournment thereof. So power in times of war or national emergency. So mao ni siya katong example ani guys, no? Mao ni siya ang katong sa 1973 Constitution nga naghatag og kanang declare og martial law ang presidente, no? Sa 1987 Constitution murag di siya klaro, wala siya klaruhan, no? In times of war under national emergency, the Congress may by law authorize the president for a limited period and subject to such restriction as it may prescribe to exercise powers. So many mga powers. So police power of the state, no? Full power to declare martial law, or the suspension of the habeas corpus. Asya. But nasiyay kuan guys, nasiyay kanang controlling, no? So the Congress necessary power to carry out the declared national policy. Then unless sooner withdrawn by a resolution of the Congress. So unless sooner withdrawn by a resolution. So ang maka-withdraw sa for example declaration of martial law, unless withdrawn by resolution of the Congress, such powers shall cease upon the next adjournment thereof. So naa siya doon siya nga kuan katong within 60 days, no? Within 60 days ang presidente kay mag-report sa Congress sa status sa martial law. Kaya naman may by law, so na siya by law, di siya self-executing, no? Then siya self-executing. It needs legislation so that it will have force of law. Okay? Na siya is a source of right. Okay? Isod siya. Isod siya sa tun. Section 23. Declaration of state of war. 2 kay times of war and national emergency. Exercise power. The president exercise power in times of war. In times mo ni atong nahitabo guys sa panahon ni Kuan ni Duterte kato na sa Marawi ba nandito siyang martial law dito. So every 60 days kay buko siya mag-report siya sa Congress. President exercise power in times of war and national emergency. So itong pag-COVID, national emergency na ito. Section 24, all appropriation, revenue, or tariff, bills. So, Section 24. Section 24, all appropriation, revenue. So, all appropriation, revenue, or tariff bills authorizing increase oh ubo na ta guys. Bills of local application and private bills shall originate exclusively in the House of Representatives. So, tanan nga bills or appropriation, revenue, tariff, bills authorizing increase of public debt, bills of local application, private bills. Kaning bills of local application guys, kay mo na siya katong franchise, franchise, just like sa franchise sa ABCBN, so na-start siya sa House of Representatives. Dito siya i-question ni Marcolita. So, private bill shall originate, okay? House of Representatives. But the Senate may propose or concur with amendments. So, ano siya, with amendments. Section 25. The Congress may not increase the appropriations recommended by the President. Section 25. The Congress may not increase the appropriation recommended by the President for the operation of the government as specified in the budget. So, ang appropriation mo niya kanang budget for the whole year as proposed by the Department of Budget and Management. Okay? The Congress may not increase the appropriations recommended by the President for the operation of the government as specified in the budget. The form, content, and manner of preparation of the budget shall be prescribed by law. So, the form, the FCM. The form, content, and manner of preparation of the budget shall be prescribed by law. So, you can get siya balaod. But that's why, naigitawag ka ng Appropriation Act. Appropriations Act of 2004. Okay. Magikan siya sa House of Representatives. Ngano kaya siya magikan man siya sa House of Representatives? And why not in the upper house or the Senate? Ato na siyang inote guys, kay puntahan natin na itong professor. Why not Why not those bills should be come from the Senate? Why it is in the lower house? Next. No provisions or enactments shall be embraced in the General Appropriations Bill unless it relates specifically to some particular appropriations therein. No provision or enactment shall be embraced in the General Appropriations Bill unless it relates specifically to some particular appropriations therein. Any such provision or enactment shall be limited in its operation to the appropriation to which it relates. So, bawal. No provision or enactment shall be embraced in the General Appropriation Bill unless it relates specifically to some particular appropriation therein. Pero mo ko rin pasabot sa kanang kuan guys, no? Iklaro na ko ni isang professor isulat na ko ni. Section 25 paragraph 2, no? So I guess mo ni siya kanang mga mag-realign, no? Mag-realign og budget. So dili siya kung mao ni siya ang pasabot, no? Kung o dili ni siya actually bawal, no? Mag-realign unless it relates specifically to some particular operation therein. So pwede siya basta related siya, okay? Specifically some relates. The procedure in approving appropriations for the Congress shall strictly follow the procedure for approving appropriations for other departments and agencies, okay? The procedure in approving the appropriations for the Congress shall strictly follow the procedure for approving appropriations for departments and agencies. So, kung unsay appropriation nga gigamit sa executive department, mao po mahitabo sa Congress. Labo na siguro pa rin sa korte po, no? Yahin korte. A special appropriations bill shall specify the purpose of which it is intended. A special appropriations bill shall specify the purpose of which it is intended and shall be supported by funds actually available as certified by the National Treasurer or to be raised by the corresponding revenue proposal therein. No, mga special appropriations. So pwede siya dili lang siya sa kanang appropriation of the year, napay special appropriation bill. No law shall be passed authorizing any transfer of appropriation. No law shall be passed authorizing any transfer of appropriation. However, the President of the Senate, and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, and the heads of the Constitutional Commission may, by law, be authorized to augment any item in the General Appropriations Law for their respective offices from savings in other items of their respective appropriation. So, muna yung katong issue, guys, no? Muna yung katong issue nga ang confidential fund ang Office of the President, gihatag nila sa Office of the Vice President katong 100 million kapin. Mano siya. So, bawal na siya. No law shall be passed authorizing a transfer of the appropriation. However, the President of the Senate, the Speaker of the House of Representatives, and the heads of the Commission by law be authorized to augment any item. In the General Appropriations Law for their respective offices from savings to their items. Okay. So, di na siya pwede. Daling salita. Okay? So, discretionary funds appropriated for particular officials shall be disbursed only for public purpose to be supported by appropriate voucher and subject to such guidelines as may be prescribed by law. Discretionary funds appropriated for particular official shall be disbursed only for public purpose. Discretionary funds discretionary funds appropriated for particular officials shall be disbursed only for public purpose, to be supported by appropriate vouchers and subject to such guidelines as may be prescribed by law. If by the end of any fiscal year, if by the end of the fiscal year, the Congress shall have failed to pass the general, okay, so if by the end of the fiscal year, the Congress shall have failed to pass the General Appropriations Bill for the ensuing fiscal year, the General Appropriations Law for the preceding fiscal year shall be deemed reenacted and shall remain in force and effect until the General Appropriations Bill is passed by the Congress. So muna nitabo itong Duterte guys nga. Ang bill kay wala siya ang appropriation bill kay wala siya ma-pass. So ang hitabo ang previous appropriation mo ay considered og reenacted. Every bill passed by the Congress shall embrace only one subject which shall be expressed in the title thereof. So in creating a bill, no, the bill should have one subject, no, which shall be expressed in the title thereof. No bill passed by either house shall become a law unless it has passed 3 readings. So no bill by either house shall become a law unless it has passed 3 readings on separate days. 3 readings on separate days. And printed copies thereof in its final form have been distributed to its members. So nasa printed copies thereof in its final form have been No bill passed by either house shall become a law unless it has passed 3 readings. So 3 readings on separate days. And printed copies thereof in its final form. So printed copies of final form will be distributed, no? So should be distributed to the members 3 days before its passage. So 3 days before its passage, no? 3 days before the passage third reading. Except na exception when the president certifies to the necessity of its immediate enactment. Its immediate enactment to meet the public calamity or emergency. Upon the last reading of the bill, no amendment thereto shall be allowed. Upon the last reading of the bill, no amendment thereto shall be allowed, and the vote thereon shall be taken immediately thereafter, and the yes and noes entered into the journal. Section 27. Every bill passed by the Congress shall, before it becomes a law, be presented to the President. Okay, so ang bill nga napasa sa Congress, shall be presented to the President. If he approves the same, he shall sign it. Otherwise, he shall veto it and return the same with his objection to the, so iyang ibalik, so, return the same with his objection to the house where it originated. So ibalik niya dito sa house nga diyan nagikan ang nag-origin with his objections, which shall enter the objections at large in its journal. So kung iulit niya with objection ang Congress ang giulian or house ang giulian, yung enter siya ang journal and proceed to reconsider it. So pwede sila mag-override. Okay, if after such reconsideration 2/3, so 2/3 lang sa two-thirds of all the members of the such house, two-thirds of all members of the house shall agree to pass the bill. It shall be sent together with the objection to the other house, by which it shall likewise be reconsidered. And if approved by 2/3 of all the members of that house, it shall become a law. In all such cases, the votes of each house shall be determined by yes and noes, and the names of the members voting for or against shall be entered in its journal. The president shall communicate his veto of any bill to the house where it originated within 30 days after the date of receipt thereof. Otherwise, it shall become a law as if he had signed it. So, kung dili niya mahilabtan, guys, no, kung dili niya mapirmahan ang bill within 30 days, that is considered a law, no? Mura na po na niya napirmahan na niya. Okay, ano siya sabot. So, walay bill nga mahimo, every bill nga napas sa Congress, no? So it means the Congress, the legislative body, the legislative part. So it means when we say nga ang bill napas na sa Congress, so naagi na siya og 3 readings, nagreproduce na og final copy in its final form to all the members of the members, then 3 days before its passage. So 3 days before its passage, except when the president certifies. Okay. Then every bill passed by the Congress shall, before it becomes a certificates of necessity or immediate enactment to meet the public calamity or emergency, becomes a law or presented to the president, it approves. So kung mo-approve siya ang presidente sa bill nga napas sa Congress, so gitawag na siya enrolled law. Enrolled law siguro, no? Kung ang enrolled bill, so mayon na siyang if the past bill of the Congress sent to the president for signature, pwede nga signan dayon sa presidente, no? Signan ang presidente, it will become a law. But napay tendency nga dili na masignan sa presidente within 30 days, pwede na siya mo automatic na siya mahimong balaod. Then kung dili makauyo ang presidente, pwede siya magamit siyang veto powers, then iyang i-return ang bill sa originating house together with his objection. Then the house, ang house ito, nga originating house, iyang i-record sa journal nila ang objection sa presidente. Then proceed sila og katong override, no? Override nila ang veto power sa presidente. Then with the 2/3 of the members of the law of the originating house will agree, so to pass the bill, it shall be kung 2/3 of all members of such house shall agree to pass the bill, it shall be sent together with the objections to the other house. So ilang iniguman nila sa originating house, kung magkasinabot sila, 2/3 nila magkasinabot nga ilang i-pass into the nag-agree sila to pass the bill. So they will send the bill together with the rejection of the president to the other house for concurrence. The president shall have the power to veto any particular item, no? The president shall have the power to veto any particular item or items in the appropriation, revenue or tariff bill. Items in the appropriation, revenue or tariff bill, but the veto shall not affect the item or items to which he does not object. Okay. So katorang ang president na siya kanang nasa power to veto the items found in the appropriations bill, tariff bill, or the veto should affect or revenue bill. Okay. Section 28. So ang president na siya power nga i-veto niya ang item but that the vetoing of the item will not affect the items which are not objected. Section 28. The role of taxation shall be uniform and equitable. So the role of taxation shall be uniform and equitable. The Congress shall evolve a progressive system of taxation. The Congress shall evolve a progressive system of taxation. The Congress may by law authorize the President to fix within specified limits and subject to such limitations and restrictions as it may impose tariff rates, import and export quotas, tonnage, wharfage, dues, and other duties or imports imposed within the framework of the National Development Program of the government. Okay, so ang Congress kay pwede siya the Congress may by law authorize the President to fix within specified limits the subject to such limitation to the restriction of it as it may impose tariff rates. So ihatag sa Congress sa presidente ang authority to impose tariff rates, import and export quotas, tonnage nga naman it's because ang Congress mo sa idea ani, no? Only the President. Bureau of Customs is under the Office of the President. Revenue BIR is under the Office of the President, so no choice. Charitable institution, churches and personages or convents appertaining thereto, mosque, non-profit cemeteries, and all lands, buildings, and improvements actually, directly, or exclusively used for religious, charitable, or education purpose shall be exempt from taxation. No law granting any tax exemption shall be passed without the concurrence of majority of all the members of the Congress. No law granting any tax exemption shall be passed without the concurrence of the majority of all the members of the Congress. No money shall be paid out of the treasury except in pursuance of an appropriation made by law. So, no money paid out of the treasury except in the punishment or pursuance of the appropriation made by law. So, giduka na ta guys. Sagod na ta giduka. So, 1 hour nakapinta. Nagtuon. So, tiuson lang nato na siya guys ha. Tiuson ta guys. 32. 29 naman ta. 32 man ikutob. Okay. Discipline, then perseverance. Okay. Hinga malalim. Okay. No money shall be paid out of the treasury except in pursuance of an appropriation made by law. No public money or property shall be appropriated, applied, paid, or employed directly or indirectly for the use, benefit, or support of any sect, church, or denomination, sectarian institution or system of religion, or of any priest, preacher, minister, support of any sect, churches, denomination, sectarian institution or system of religion, or of many priest, preacher, minister, or other religious teacher, or dignitary as such, except when such priest, preacher, minister, or dignitary is assigned to the armed forces, or to any penal institution, or government orphanage, or leprosarium. Oh. Okay, so like dili na pwede bayaran. So during the time ni Arroyo, kay natoy panahon nga ang opisina ni Arroyo kay former President Arroyo kay naghatag og donation sa katedral, no? Katedral sa Cebu City. So dito siya pwede. Dito siya pwede dapat, no? Masigikan pa to siya sa pag-core. So all money collected on any tax levied for a special purpose, all money collected on any tax levied for a special purpose shall be treated as special fund and paid out for such purpose only. If the purpose of which is a special fund which created has been fulfilled or abandoned, the balance, if any, shall be transferred to general funds of the government. Ang example ani guys katong kuan syntax bill. Okay. Syntax bill. Okay. No law shall be passed increasing the appellate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court as provided in this Constitution without its advice or concurrence. So walay balaod nga nga ipasar sa Kongreso nga nagpataas sa mga appeal pas nga nagparaghan, no, and sa mga affiliate jurisdiction of the Supreme Court, no, as provided in this Constitution without its advice or concurrence. So dapat mo concur or mo agree pod ang Supreme Court. There, Section 31, no law granting a title of royalty or nobility shall be enacted. Okay, balaod nga grant og royalty. So ni-effect na guys ang atong murag duka na kayo. No law granting a title or royalty of nobility shall be enacted. So di pwede. Last, the Congress shall as early as possible provide for a system of initiative and referendum. The Congress shall, as early as possible, provide for a system of initiative or referendum, and the exception therefrom, whereby the people can directly propose and enact laws, or approve or reject any act or law or part thereof passed by the Congress or local legislative body after the registration of petition, therefore, signed by at least 10% of the total number of registered voters, of which every legislative district must be represented by at least 3% of the registered voters thereof. 3%. 10% laws passed by the Congress, local legislative body after the registration of petition thereof, signed by at least 10% of the total number of registered voters, of which every legislative district must be represented by at least 3% of the registered voters. 3%. Okay. So, matulog sa ta guys, no? Ay, marag apiki na kayo, no? Dili na ma-absorb kayo, hapit na mag-overflow ang information. So, at least tuman na to sa section 32. Then, ang sabato na to guys, kay magbasa na po ta sa mga cases na gihatag na to sa outline ni professor. Then, after that, alin na po ta magsugod sa executive department, no? So until daw siya sa ang coverage kay until 1024. Oh my god. So we have okay. The executive department as the kutob executive department, removal, power function of president, control executive. Ito sa kutob sa removal, murag ana kutob sa removal guys. So, removal kutob. Ito kutob. So, asa may dapit ang removal ba? Murag impeachment na very sure. So, pila kutob ang kuan? 23 na po siya guys, no? Okay. So, paway sa ta, no? Okay. So, alas 4 na. Dismiss. Okay. So, alas 4 na. Paway sa tagajot. Then, balik na po ta. Kay eskwela, no? Klase na po. So, dali na ko kutob guys. Thank you for watching. So, hopefully, no, makapasa na to ng subject constitutional law, no, legislative. Again, next kay magbasa na ta og mga related cases nga gi-assign ni attorney. So, goodbye guys.